Well, we left Ciutadella this morning and we're heading down to Marne. And it's a good chance we might anchor in Marne before we head off to Sardinia. But I've got a young American guy who joined me yesterday, and he's going to sail with me to Sardinia. His name's Kyle. He's been doing his own thing for a while. He's been staying in Palma in Mallorca, and he wants to learn about sailing, so quite nice to have somebody on board with me. This is a small island off the southern end of Menorca that we've got to come round. It's actually Sunday the 7th of May, and we've come into this anchorage last night. It's really nice. Stayed here overnight, and we're going to row ashore now and have a look round the old British fortification. Fort Marlborough. I think it was built by the British in the 1700s. So we're off this morning, heading over to Sardinia. We've got no wind, unfortunately. And this is not yet. And this is this fortification, which basically takes over this whole island. It's huge.
We're off.
Yeah, great. We've had 2 nights good rest, so we're all fit and ready to go. Carl just spotted some dolphins. They're bombing along the Ar at the moment. Look at them. Big pod, very big pod. Good morning, it's Wednesday the 9th of May, and we're now got about another 70 miles to run to Sardinia. We had to do a lot of motoring yesterday, but since 12 o'clock, around about 11, 12 o'clock last night, we've been sailing, and we're sailing quite well now. And hopefully we'll be into Sardinia later this evening, all being well. But conditions have been good. I'll show you around the boat. The boat's going along really well, really. It's a fast little boat. We saw a couple of massive big pods of dolphins yesterday and seabirds, so it must have been good fishing for them. They're huge. Huge pod. We've got dolphins here. I'm not sure what type they are. I might need to have to go forward and have a look. Just right underneath here, look. Over there in the distance is the mainland Sardinia, where you can see those chimneys. That's actually part of a power station and a reprocessing plant. That's where we were, a place called Porto Cusco, but it wasn't particularly nice over there in that particular town. And I got speaking to somebody next to me. Yeah, when I was in Porto Cusco, there was like a big cruiser next to me, 50-foot cruiser, and there were a lovely couple on board. They were actually from Venice, and they keep the boat there, and they come down at the weekend, and then they took off over to here, to Carloforte. But I wasn't aware of Carloforte other than I knew it on the chart, and I thought it was just a little harbour. So he said to me, "Oh no, you've got to go over to Carloforte, it's really beautiful, you know." So this is looking back at Carloforte, and this is the marina. I mean, this marina is quite large actually, lots of cruising boats. But we noticed in Porto Cusco there was no cruising boats, so they all come here. I hadn't realised, I wasn't aware of Carloforte, and they've got ferries going back and forward all the time to the mainland. The young American guy, Carl, he's heading off next Wednesday. He joined me in Ciutadella, and we've done some sailing across back and forward to Porto Cusco, and but he heads off on Wednesday, and he's flying from the capital the airport outside the capital, Cagliari, to Milan, and then he's getting a bus from Milan to Nice, and he picks up a Swedish boat. There's the ferry coming in from Portoscusco into Colaforte. Lovely day today, no wind, very still, warm.
Come va? Come stai? Anche a te?